Panda Express recently put out a new entree in their crispy sesame shrimp and beef. As they describe on their website, this is succulent shrimp, crispy beef, and veggies wok tossed in a spicy sesame sauce. As someone who loves a good sesame chicken and other sesame dishes, I was very curious to give this one a try. Let's go pick some of this up and see if it's of quality.
I have a pickup order.
So with our bag secured, let's give this dish a look. It has a pretty decent presentation, I will say, overall. It doesn't look that unlike what you see in the advertised photo. Obviously that one's going to be more doctored up in the photo, as it always is, but it's not horribly inaccurate. A good dispersing of sesame seeds, which leads me to believe that hopefully there will be some sesame flavor and seasoning in this, which is of course the goal in a sesame dish like this. And as I go in for a first bite, I was pretty pleased on the first impression. I did find it a bit overly salty, but that is somewhat to be expected when we're dealing with Panda Express, so we're not having unrealistic expectations here. The sauce does have a nice kick to it. It's a good sesame sauce to me, and I particularly enjoyed the beef up front. It does have a very good crisp and crunch to it, and the breading of the beef itself has a nice savory flavor to it. Again, we're dealing with Panda Express, so the beef itself doesn't have the most life-changing flavor and texture, but it's fine. I'm not sure if it's just the beef that's supposed to be crispy or if the shrimp is, but the shrimp's exterior was definitely not crispy. That one got a lot soggier. It is succulent, as it says on the website, so maybe the shrimp is supposed to be a softer consistency, but that's definitely not nearly as crispy as the beef. I did think the beef was nicely executed, and the vegetables that come with it also have a nice crisp to them. Overall, it kind of reminds me of their Beijing beef, or in general like a Mongolian beef, but with more of a sesame flavor. I would have actually liked to have been slapped in the face a little bit more with a true sesame flavor, but overall it's really nothing too insulting. You are going to pay an extra $1.50 for this compared to some of the other normal entrees like orange chicken at Panda Express. I do think it's worth a try. I found it of quality overall. I gave it a 7.3 out of 10 overall. I don't think the shrimp was unenjoyable. It had some good flavor overall to it, but just got a little bit soggy in texture. Perhaps it sat longer than it should have. But the beef was really quite enjoyable and had a really respectable crunch and crisp to it, and the breading itself, like I said, had some nice savory umami flavor going on. I do think you can safely try this one and you won't be overly disappointed. It does pack a good punch with heat as well. If you bite into the peppers, it will be an increase in that heat. It's not going to be too life-altering in my opinion. But yeah, if you're asking me, I say give this one a go. At that sums up my thoughts on the crispy sesame shrimp and beef from Panda Express, their newest release. At that, thanks for tuning in. Let me know in the comments if you've tried this crispy sesame shrimp and beef from Panda Express. What were your thoughts on it overall? I look forward to chatting in those comments as always, and I will see y'all in the very next video. Peace.